Well, ministry has changed a lot from when I was an MK in Latin America and to what it is now. I married my boyfriend from college, and we were both MKs from Latin America, and we had an idea of what missions would be like in Latin America. But thankfully, our alliance bosses prepared us, continually saying missions is changing in Latin America, because we are now going to not an unreached people group, but a group, an establishing church, a national church that is getting stronger and stronger. And so our role is preparing leaders and walking side by side, and not necessarily standing up and being, the pastors of a church. And so as we went out into ministry, we really didn't know what to expect. We had always agreed, my husband and I, that we didn't want to work with youth. We said, one thing we don't want to do is work with teenagers. We'll work with the adults, we'll work with the kids, give us anybody but the teenagers. Shortly after we had agreed on that, we got married. We went to a church in Raleigh, North Carolina for 2 years and worked with a youth group and fell in love with youth ministry. Of course, we thought, well, now we're going on to the mission field in Latin America. We weren't even sure what country, but we were quite sure we wouldn't be working with youth again. Who's ever heard of missionaries who just work with youth? So we gave youth ministry up, and we packed our bags, and they told us, you guys are going to Peru. And we went to Peru, got to Lima, a big city, and they asked us to go to the Los Olivos church. And when we arrived there, we went to the pastoral team and we said, hi, we're here, we're missionaries in training, and we want to know where we can help out. And they said, oh, please take our teens, because we really need somebody to do that. And there were only a handful of teenagers that got together on Saturday nights, and in one short year, we multiplied it. It started out with 7, and it went to 90 youth that met. And we were able to train a youth pastor and his wife to take our place. And then we were asked to go 8 hours north to the city of Trujillo, Peru, where we arrived at the church and we were told, now you guys are going to be teaching in a seminary, which we sort of thought, well, now that's real missionary work. And then when we got to the church, they said, we also need your help here. And we said, well, what would you like us to do? And they said, please take our youth group. So once again, we thought we were giving up youth ministry each time we went from one place to another, but God would bring us back to the youth. And we had a wonderful youth ministry in Trujillo for the next 3 years. We took 30 young people, and they were so excited about Christ, and they wanted to reach out to their community. It was a university town, and so we brainstormed ways of reaching people, young people, for Christ, and the Holy Spirit was moving. And in the first year, we had 3 cell groups, and that multiplied by the end of the year to 6, to 9. And then it went, the next year, we went to 18, and so on. And now I'm happy to say that when we first arrived, there was 1 Alliance church with 1 youth group. And now there are 5 Alliance churches in the city of Trujillo with over 1,000 youth.